Good day, everybody. Welcome to this week's Insanimator cast. I am not your host, but I will be delivering a short little disclaimer before things begin, just like last time. If you're under the age of 18, this isn't necessarily targeted towards you. Feel free to stick around, but at your own discretion. Just kidding. Get out of here. All right, without further ado, let's get everything started. Today I am joined by my lovely friends. We're going to start up at the top and work our way down. My name is Aiden, otherwise known as Volition, sometimes known as Volition Arts if you want to be honorific and special. Right above me is you, Smee. You're at the top because you're streaming. Say hello.
Oh, me? Oh, hi. That's all.
Cool. Right below that we have Art King. Say hello, Ark.
How's it going, you fucks?
He's angry because he's not doing the stream. We're going to go down to Mason really quickly before we introduce our special guest for the day, although you guys can all see him in the chat. So do not worry too much. We will get to that. Say hello, Mason. Okay, sweet. And last, and certainly not least, is our special guest for this stream, Mr. Chroma9. Say hello. Tell everybody how you're doing and why you're here.
Hey everybody, I'm not doing too bad this evening. And as for why I'm here, I guess it's because of my music and things that I've been up to in the background since my last upload, and other things that we will go further into as the stream progresses.
That sounds like an actual treat. So let's get the tomfoolery off to a good start. First off, everyone here, guess who remembered to actually start the stream on the right link this time? What? Excuse me?
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. We don't have to blame Aiden this time, although I'm sure we will be at some other point down the line in this stream, because that's all that ever
Blame
fucking
Aiden
happens.
anyway.
Yeah, just blame me for it.
This drawing isn't turning out the way that I want it to. What the fuck, Aiden?
I would say sounds like a personal problem, but what is a personal problem anymore? We hope you're all enjoying your day so far. Welcome to the Insanimators, where a bunch of dumbasses got together and thought that people would want to listen to them talk. I'm Aiden, and I'm actually going to hand it over to the actual host, Ark. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, thought so. Fucking trying to take over my bit already.
Yeah, you weren't standing up for yourself, so I figured I'd fill the
Oh my
void.
god, did he just say the shit word? That is a sin.
Calm down.
Apparently, from what I'm getting, we are a tad too low in terms of volume.
We're a tad too low in terms of volume. Is everybody else?
No, just check your volume settings.
You guys
on
seem to
Streamlabs.
be just fine for me. That's what I'm seeing on Streamlabs. Seems to be just fine.
Your opinion doesn't count.
It's a little on the whisper. He's a little.
Karma Bites says, "Have fun harassing Chroma." We will. We'll have tons of fun. Hopefully Chroma will too, but no promises, buddy. It's gonna be great. Deep inhale, deep exhale.
Someone tell me one of the sketch requests, because I don't want to have to keep doing that thing where I keep switching tabs and it's all distracting and shit.
Okay, well, first, I guess the first sketch request to start with is Smeeb approving a meme.
If you look at the bottom, I already did that, but I can do it again. Hold on.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. I got you.
Obsidian looking pissed for no reason.
Okay.
Dana as an anime schoolgirl. Smeeb with a bat swinging. Swinging, like italicized in all caps. Swinging.
Okay.
I have no idea who submitted that one. That's totally crazy. I don't know why someone would submit that one.
No spoilers.
Man,
or
whoever
anything.
did it must
Think
be
about our audience. It's
whoever.
gonna be all kinds of nonsense fuck shit.
Yeah, man, whoever did that must be a stupid idiot.
I don't think anybody's been doubting that.
I'll be jumping off a bridge.
Okay.
So we are going to Art King. I'm sure that you're already in the Discord checking on all of the awesome talking mushrooms that are going on.
Just kind of padding our time, really, because, you know, we're entertaining, right?
Super entertaining, especially me. So I guess I'll take over.
Bitch, if I wanted to ask you that one, but no, no.
I'm gonna get us started
you know
with
what?
a classic question. Yeah, Chroma being awfully quiet. They're pretty sus. We've got a couple. We got a couple questions that we always have to ask, and we'll start with Chroma, of course. Chroma, what? Yes or no?
Hold up.
What is your favorite color of the alphabet?
Oh, these fucking okay.
Oh fuck.
All of us are degenerates. We're going nowhere in life.
Chroma, yes or no? What is your favorite color of the alphabet? You can also select a number if you would like.
False.
Good. That's a perfect answer.
Good answer. I agree
Good
with that
answer.
one.
I love that answer. And
I'm crying. That answer touched my heart so much. I'm crying. I am.
Please.
Another question. Yes or no? What is your favorite president of Britain?
That physically hurt my brain.
This is also specifically.
Napoleon.
This is also a question meant specifically for Chroma. What is your favorite president of Britain? Yes or no?
I have no idea. I know nothing about Britain.
Good. Because otherwise that question would have made you hate me. Anyways, we're gonna move on to some actual questions pretty soon.
Fry.
Hmm?
Only Assassin's Creed players will get that.
True. So this comes from our very own Nyan, I guess it is, because she got mad at me for calling her Neon. From Nyan Sprinkles. So, Chroma.
Hold on,
also-
I'm the host here, bitch.
Yeah, I know. You better start doing your job, otherwise I'm gonna take over.
You started taking over before I could even get started, fool.
Go.
Yeah, seriously.
Damn.
Go.
Damn.
Go.
Fucking Athenian over here.
Oh, listen here, bitch. We ain't going down that road.
Okay. So, Chroma, the first one is from our own little Nyan Sprinkles. Says, so Chroma, what got you into creating music and voice acting? And I'll get to that later half of that question once you're done answering.
When it comes to music, I got into music originally because growing up, I spent a lot of time on a lot of family trips and listening to electronic music with my dad. And then I got a piano, I got into different instruments and different things. None of them really stuck. And then I decided to sit down and use just a small little laptop I had at the time to start writing music that I would want to listen to, and I guess the rest is history.
Heck yeah.
And
now
is
for the
it,
second half.
well, actually, if I may add to that and ask a kind of a quick follow-up question, would you say that the impact that music had on you when you were younger was a big contributing factor to you picking it up yourself, or was it the joy of listening to music, or as I've heard from some people, because I'm actually going to music college myself, and I've heard from some people, they didn't really like a whole lot of the music they were listening to, and they wanted to make stuff that they liked. Was it more of kind of I want to make stuff that I like because I'm not finding enough of it, or was it more just actual inspiration that came from the stuff that you were listening to when you were little?
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. I mean, when I was growing up, a lot of the music I listened to was Dirty Vegas, Enya, things like a lot of trance, a lot of heavy electronic influence stuff. And for me, a lot of it was like, okay, this is good, but this isn't. So it's a little bit of both of I took inspiration from different places, and then it's like, well, now this is what I would want to hear, and then created something that I would enjoy.
That makes a lot of sense. And then
For my own little follow-up, for my own little follow-up on that, what was the first program you used?
Oh Lord, way back in the day, the first program I used was this really crappy thing that was really only for orchestral style music, so I hated it right away. And I think it was called Finale, is what I started with. and I used that for. No, okay, I started with Finale, but I've quickly dropped that after like 2 weeks and got a program called LMMS.
I've heard of LMS, and I'm actually using Finale in my college courses right now. We mainly focus on jazz and classical at my school. But we also do some pop stuff, and they like
I
the use of
hated
Finale.
Finale.
I've heard it
I can
doesn't
only
have.
wonder.
Yeah. It's mainly geared towards people who have more classical music theory training than it is towards producers who are more focused on sound design or are more focused on, more kind of. I don't know exactly what to call it, but less harmonically dependent forms of music, I guess you could say. Um, not saying that there isn't harmony involved in a lot of music, but like more harmonically dependent music, for sure. So I can understand why it's definitely not my favorite program. I much prefer Ableton and Pro Tools over that any day. But
Oh yeah.
For two.
I
How many
use
people?
I use Ableton. Well, I've used Ableton a couple times for live performances. I have nothing against Ableton. It's a fantastic piece of software.
it's great. It's really fun. My second year I get access to the suite, the Ableton Live 10 suite, and I'm like super excited for that. Smeep's telling me to go to horny jail. No, you. That's all I have to say.
Well, actually,
I'm wondering how many people actually stick with their programs after they get out of school. Or the programs they
okay.
all
use.
all of them, because
But
you
I've-
get the best. You get the best stuff from my school.
So,
yeah.
first of all, there is nothing that I have done recently to constitute me going to horny jail.
Go
So,
anyways.
fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Okay, actually, real quick, keep that picture in frame.
See, this is what's going to happen if you guys don't follow us on Twitter. Okay.
You're gonna get batted by Smeep.
No, actually, more specifically, like, if you do not follow us on Twitter, if you don't subscribe to us on YouTube, Smeem's going to come in with the back swinging.
This is an official endorsement from Chroma 9. Subscribe their YouTube and follow them on Twitter.
Yeah. Also, give me another request that's in the chat. I already finished it.
Well, here's the thing. I was gonna say that this current sketch right here goes straight into the next one. Smeeb rendition of Eris Pogs. Fuck you.
Guilty.
Okay. All right.
And
Here
you
we
after
go.
the stream.
And
So,
to
yeah,
address the voice acting half of that question,
Ooh, that's right.
voice acting, funny enough, it started as me just. I don't know if anybody else is the same way. It started off as kind of me narrating. I used to play, and still do sometimes, play a lot of games that were dialogue heavy. I grew up with a series called Fire Emblem. And when, I used to sit there and play it with my friends, and I'd give characters voices and stupid shit. And one thing just kind of led to another, and I started, sending auditions, which I've honestly never gotten a positive result back so far. But, keep trying, keep going for it, and I guess that's kind of how that started. Between role playing when I was a little kid and I'd pretend friggin', I don't know, this or that, and, narrating over games, I guess that's just how voice acting came to be.
And I think that speaks to really the most important quality that a person can have in any facet of the entertainment industry: persistence and drive. I've heard this from many drummers who are worlds more successful and honestly worlds better than mine. They said the reason that I get gigs over the next guy isn't because I can play faster. It isn't because I can hold a deeper pocket. It isn't because I'm a better drummer. It's because compared to them, the people liked me more. Me, the person me, not my drumming, me as a person. And they said the thing that will really get you a lot of gigs is not only you being a person who's easier to work with, but also you being a person who keeps coming back, who keeps demanding a second chance, who keeps demanding, not asking for, who keeps coming back and putting themselves back into the fray being relentless, and that's really good to hear. Even though nothing's come about yet, if you keep going for it, you keep getting better at it, you keep taking that constructive criticism and applying it to your craft, eventually something's going to click and it's going to be awesome.
the same type of mentality that a good worker would have at any other job. I want more work.
Yeah, I want more work. I want to keep working. I desire to work. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, the other half of that question that I waited on, it says also, why did they use Chicken Fucking Little's father?
If you can figure that answer out, let me know. Get back to me. I'd really like an answer myself.
Why did they use Chicken Little's father?
That is referencing a tweet that I retweeted about Disney, where they're saying, when everything's down, family's got you, and they posted a picture of Chicken Little and his dad, and I'm like, that's just wrong.
Stop this shit! Chicken Little's father is such a prick.
Oh my god!
I've never seen a cuter rendition of Aerith. Can I just bring the attention to the sketch that's going on right now? That is adorable.
I'm glad you like it.
He's so
Yeah,
cute.
because I remember watching that movie, and there was literally the very freaking beginning of the movie. It's like Chicken Little's trying to say sorry, follow, and then the dad's like, "Not now, son. You're embarrassing me." Like, bro, you're supposed to be the father. You're supposed to be protecting your son, not just ridiculing him.
But yeah, no, apparently Disney used him as a reference for a good parental figure, so I got some questions.
Isn't by the end of the movie, doesn't he turn out to be pretty pogger? Pretty poggers. I'm doing this to annoy Ark, by the way. Doesn't he turn out to be a pretty upstanding dad towards the end, though?
I guess.
Yeah, okay, Eris Pog, boom.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Actually, I can to tell what Ark's mood is right now. Can you please pan to the one that you made with pissed and stuff?
What?
Can you please pan to Ark looking pissed and stuff? Because I'm pretty sure that's his mood right now.
Oh yeah, let's do Ollie looking at. Yeah, there he is. Put him next to him.
That it looks like I'm looking directly at him.
Yeah. From the other side of the. Absolutely. Oh,
Alright.
Yes.
Pog.
Poggers.
So next question we got is from Mason here.
Should I ask it?
Sure, because it is your question.
So, Chroma.
Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
Alright,
Here we go.
When it comes to making songs, what part of the process do you think is just, the most tedious, the most difficult, the biggest pain in the ass?
That is the easiest answer I will be able to give all day. Mastering. If I spend 2 weeks on a song, for example, I will spend one of those weeks doing nothing but mastering.
Mastering is a bitch. Mastering is a pain in the ass. Okay.
I'm back.
I have, as part of my university course, even mastering MIDI tracks can be a pain in the ass. And you can control all the velocities if you want on a MIDI track. You can do everything, but, mastering is, okay, if you ever take into any of your DAWs, to give the most basic, because as my professors explained it to me, mastering is when you take a fully mastered track into any kind of DAW, and you look at it, it kind of looks like a big old rectangle, right? So what that means is it's been mastered. All the different parts of the song have been adjusted, compressed, and placed in the stereo field to fill it up right to the point, right before things become distorted, but not over the distortion point, not over the event horizon, I guess you could put it. Everything sounds consistent and clear and together, and it all sounds it's the consistency, basically. It's taking a mix and then adjusting it all together to make it sound consistently full, I guess you could say. Now in jazz it's slightly easier, but it's a giant pain in the ass.
The biggest pain in the ass with mastering a lot of the music that I do is bass frequencies.
Yep.
Because you have a kick drum, you'll have a bass, or you'll have a bass synth or a sub bass, and last thing you want to do is have their frequencies clash, because then it becomes really ugly and really distorted.
Yeah, and you'll just get these big, like, sicko mode sounds, but unintentional. And it's very bad.
The reasons that most professionals I've ever heard from or talked to have usually said before you even bother getting like, studio acoustic foam, get bass traps first.
Bass traps are the most important part of a studio mix. For a vocal booth, not as much, because you're not going to be letting out a bunch of big frequency noise, but like for my upstairs room, I have to get bass traps. Like for drum recording, absolutely. Luckily, the room up there has some glass in it and big window divots, so the acoustics aren't bad. So even with a little bit of reverb, it's fine. But bass
I
traps
thought
are.
glass would have made it worse.
Oh, no, because they're inset into the wall, so they
Right,
and because of the
let me-
twin panes, they vibrate together and they trap a little bit of sound. They do
Right,
reflect a lot, but because they're in the divots, they bounce around in there a lot. So,
Right, let me butter.
but yeah.
So the next sketch request in Smeed, what you can do is, this is a weird one, but I'm just gonna have to say it anyway. Mason filing divorce papers in front of Dana.
There's a reason for this one.
I don't know if I want to know the reason or not.
Well, okay, so the real sketch request in there,
This
is
just got
from,
interesting.
it is from, I didn't catch who it's from, but it's basically somebody saying, I don't know if Chroma has an OC, so draw a Chroma triangle with arms and legs and a propeller hat.
But we have the thumbnail.
Oh my
I have-
gosh!
Here's the thing. I have the Hell Sona, which was used in the thumbnail, which, depending on how things go, might not be mine for long. And then there is the Imp Sona that was designed for me by another friend. Neither of my characters have been designed for me.
Oh my god. Someone's calling me right now. Hold on, I'm gonna answer. Bro, I'm in the middle of a podcast. I gotta go.
Oh. Where's it?
Congratulations!
Insanimators podcast. Wanna hop in? Say hi. We got Chroma 9 on. Yeah, yeah, they can hear you. What it do?
Hi.
Hello, thanks for calling in.
Wait, Smeed, is that Goinks?
No, that's not Goinks. What the?
Oh.
All right. I gotta go now. You can tune in if you want. I'll be looking at the live chat.
It's not Goinks, Wolfie, I'm sorry.
I would have been super happy. I would have
I
been
know
super
you're
happy.
not going. Shh, I gotta go. Okay. All right, I
If he
hung
just
up.
said you were on the podcast, he just said poggers and hung up.
Oh. I'm just seeing the sketch that's coming to fruition.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So, Chroma, you were talking about how neither of your characters were designed for you? Question mark. Is that what I heard?
No, okay. I designed neither of them. The Hellsona was designed by the artist on my label, who is a fantastic artist named Min. They've done all of my recent album artwork that you guys have seen. And the Impsona was actually designed by Kit Marin, who's currently in chat.
Yes, Kit Marin is in chat. Kit Marin is an awesome person. I need to get back in your server more often because you got some awesome people. By the way, Chroma, let me see if I can get a link. If you want to send me that over Discord, Chroma, go ahead and I can post it in chat, or I can get one of these guys to do so.
It's all in my link tree.
Oh, well, he has a link tree. So everyone, can I get that link? So we'll be posting his link tree in the YouTube chat. So that will be good. So you guys can go ahead and get to his server. You can see what his Twitter is. His Ko-fi. Go ahead and support him on there. Really great stuff. Really well produced, well done stuff. And just, I mean, honestly, he's just as you can tell from how he's been doing in the stream, he's a chill guy to be around, and we enjoy his company. And I mean, you can't go wrong. The people in his server are awesome, and Kit Marin is a good example of that. So, yeah, I mean, please go check this guy out. Go check more of his stuff out for sure.
The triangle is finished.
Steve, I got you two requests that you can work on. You know, you can work on one or the other. So we have two.
Oh fuck yeah! I got a propeller hat.
We've got two requests. One is have an Anon bop Chroma on the back of the head with the chain smoker bats, or just a regular bat if you don't know what that is. And the second one is Smee yelling into her phone.
Passed up
Beautiful.
2 of those there, buddy.
I'll give you double positivity points if you add "I'm at soup" to that phone call.
I have a fun little sketch request that we can do after this page is filled up as well. That I think Steve you'll have a lot of fun doing. Oh Jesus!
Put a
one
note
too.
on that.
I got one too.
So, next question is from Washi Wolfie. I think we know him as our resident chair. He's asking Chroma, how long for you does the music making process take?
That one there. That's really dependent on the song. There's some things like there was one song I cranked out in 45 minutes because I was having a really good day, and then there's another song which I hope to release by the end of next month, which I've been working on for 6 years.
Jesus.
So let's it depends on the song, but I have to say if there was an average, I'd say maybe about a month.
Single solitary month just to get the writing down, just to get the bass stuff down.
Well,
All that fancy.
Yeah, just to kind of get an idea.
It's hard to say because for me it purely depends on the song. Like I've only been in class for about 4 weeks and I've already done a couple of compositions, and I've already had to transcribe and do a couple of things. I've had to master one exercise thing and that took me a while. But it really depends on what you're going for. For example, I'm working on a song. It's just in its infancy called "Passing Glance" that is something that's going to be really fun to work on, but that I need to get like for the stuff that I'm producing, I need to get instrumentalists involved. I have to do the composition, I have to do the arranging, I have to send the parts out, I have to get the parts back, I have to put it all together, I have to do my drums, I have to get it all together, I have to get everything set up, I have to do multiple sessions.
Welcome to why I don't do collaborations.
Welcome to why you don't go to music school to be a jazz arranger.
I was in music school. Actually, I think there was a question about that at some point, so I'll save that story for if that question does come up.
It's just, it depends on what you're going for, whether you're working completely in a DAW with MIDI, or whether you're doing just stuff for yourself, or whether you're trying to get groups of musicians together. Now, of course, for me right now, it's relatively easy, because I'm in a music school, so I have world-class organists at my left arm, and I have a homie who's been playing the bassinet for 15 years on my right hand, who also plays all the saxophones and clarinet variants. So I have a lot of connections that I can build there, and even still, it takes me a while to get something done because they have their own schedules, they have their own stuff to do. Even just getting together with a study buddy for basic music theory class shit can be hard in college, but it really just depends on what you're going for. If you're going for something that's, again, more melodically based, where you're writing out actual chords and then melodies that inform chords, and you're really thinking functionally about your harmony, or whether you're doing something more simple, it doesn't really matter. It's what you're going for. And so it really depends on the song for me, as I'm sure Chroma can attest to.
I'm so glad I'm a guitar player, because all I need to carry around with me is my guitar and my amp.
His axe.
Thank you, Australia, for that, by the way. So I guess the next question we got is from our Jake. It's a question asking specifically for Chroma. Is sound design a core aspect of music making?
Especially when you're in EDM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Because with EDM, there's like you can go and fucking download presets or whatever, but to get a really unique sound, you do need to learn sound design. One of the key components of it is understanding wave formats, everything from a saw to square waves, knowing how to format them, learning what modulation and oscillation is. And there's a lot involved in sound design, even just to get the right sound. I've spent a week building one sound once, so.
I'm sorry, Steve, maybe that we
Smeeb,
don't
you're
really
an
have a lot.
asshole. I'm sorry. Funny.
Steve,
God damn it.
All right. We got another page. All
Okay,
right.
Chroma in the YouTube chat said headshot of his Imsona. He will use it as his profile picture when the stream is done.
Oh my god! Someone send it to me so I won't die.
I think
Thumbnails. Check in the thumbnails channel.
Chroma, can I ask a follow-up question? I'm gonna talk about a couple of artists who I really like the sound design of, and if you know any of them, I want you to give me your take on their sound designs. The first one I'm gonna ask you
Absolutely.
about the Chainsmokers. What do you think of their sound design? They're very mainstream, but I wanted to start with something that you would for sure know about.
The Chainsmokers, oh boy. Okay, the Chainsmokers, they've got a very unique design, but personally, I think a lot of it is repetitive. They got a very unique sound design. They know what they're doing. They've mastered their stuff really well. The only problem I have is it seems, I don't know, it's the same 4 chords over and over sometimes. I mean, I can't really say that. I won't lie. I've done that before. I've had an entire friggin' album once that I scrapped, because basically the entire album was the same 4 chords used in different ways. But I mean, Chainsmokers in the way of sound design, they're good. They know what they're doing.
Perfect. I'm gonna go. Here's some ones where I'm thinking there might be some hot takes involved with these next two, because I was about to say I think one of the saving graces of the Chainsmokers is their sound design. A lot of their songs, like you said, do sound very safe, do sound very similar to one another. I mean, it sounds like Closer. You can tell who it is every time. You know, oh, this is that this Chainsmoker type beat. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into. I have 2 specifically I want to ask, and then I have one that you might not know. I'm gonna start with one that. Okay, here we go. What do you think of the Living Tombstone sound design?
Why did you ask me this?
I have opinions on this one too.
I love this timing too for other reasons.
Lord. Okay.
This is great timing for other reasons.
The Living Tombstone, their sound design. The thing with the Living Tombstone is the sound design varies, and I'm sorry, their sound design varies, because I recently found out after communications with them that there's 2 people involved, and I didn't realize that. Their sound design varies. I remember back when the Living Tombstone was first beginning, their sound design was very simple, to the point of there was a full tutorial on an old forum I used to visit, and it basically walked you through how to make a song that sounded identical to the Living Tombstone. And it worked uncomfortably well.
Yeah.
We all found out back then he used to use the same kick and snare over and over.
Back when Fruity Loops was free, dude. Do you remember those days? Oh my god, back when you could just go and get Fruity Loops and just fuck with it for hours.
Yeah, now I have a friggin' $300 license.
Now I'm sitting here with Pro Tools and I can't use it because I don't know how. Not yet. Anyways.
But no, the Living Tombstone, as of recently, and a lot of his more recent stuff, with how much he changes, with how much he's been adapting, the Living Tombstone is someone who really does know sound design. I've heard him go from synthwave to metal to chiptune. He knows what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing when he opens up his synths. That's what I can say. With
synths, I can agree. Let's talk really quickly before we move on to the next person I want to talk about. Let's talk about vocal processing. What do you think of the Living Tombstone's vocal processing? What do you think about his signal chain on those vocals?
Next question.
All right, I would have given the same answer. Let's talk about Silva. What do you think of Silva?
By the way, no problem with Silvahound though, or no problem with the Tombstone. Honestly, when it comes to how he does vocals, to be serious, a lot of the work that he does with his vocals, I can't say it's really well done, but I can't really give an accurate input. I don't really know it all that well.
I'm not a fan personally. That's just me.
I think Smeeb
I
is
do like a
drawing
lot of his stuff. Oh, she is.
By the way, Smeeb is drawing the Hellsona, not the Impsona.
You told me to look at the thumbnail!
I did not.
No, he did not.
No!
Oh,
No, I'm talking about you!
That was probably me.
Someone send me the Insona! Okay.
Well, no, I'd like the process on that one.
Bear with me. I'll send it over to you.
All right. So let's talk about Silverhound. What do you think of Silverhound's sound design?
Silverhound knows what he's doing.
That's for sure.
He's known what he's doing for a very long time. He's very talented with what he does. I have a lot of respect for Silverhound.
Mm-hmm.
He musically, his sound design is very professional. His mastering is very well done. The years of work that he's put into his music really does show.
Let's talk about mixing, because I think one of the big one is the big differences between a lot of producers that I see really has to do with the way that they mix and rather than the way that they master. With that, I want to move on to a couple of other producers.
Also, to the artists, the references in picture share of this place.
Oh,
Picture share.
okay.
So, next artist. Let's talk about. Do you know who Camellia is?
No, I have.
No idea, if I'm gonna be honest.
That's fine. Jeremy Zucker. You aware of Jeremy Zucker?
No.
Black Bear.
Not a clue.
Oh, Phineas.
Got me again.
Darn it. Okay.
A lot of the music that I go through and listen to comes from very specific subsections of EDM, and because it's what I've grown to enjoy and what I grow to love.
So let me ask you then.
Or a lot of online artists.
Let me ask you then. Who are some producers who you think really epitomize good sound design, good functional sound design, and good, like a sound that you enjoy, that you think is really shows that someone has figured their style out, know it like the back of their hand, and are there with it.
A couple really good people that I definitely can say I've looked up to. And actually, these are some people I've looked up to just for the sound design. Deadmau5 has got sound design down to a fucking science at this point.
He's incredible.
Funny, real quick, I remember the one time he accidentally recreated Sandstorm. Just the look on his face when he hit that particular note, he just he went and he was he was laughing his ass off, and I enjoyed watching that.
Now, as for other artists, Knife Party, fantastic,
great.
Especially back during their era of Pendulum.
You come from the same EDM area that I did when I was really into it.
Yeah, just very kind of what would be considered underground nowadays.
Dude, that's back in when Monster Cat was basically paid in cringy elementary school pool parties. You just had you were with your buddies and they were like, "Yo, have you heard the new Monster Cat album came out?" This was before Uncaged and what's the other one? The Instinct albums and stuff like that. This is before all that. Before Kudo came out. What do you think of Kudo? Do you know Kudo?
They're not bad.
Yeah, I love it. Their sound design is their strength, in my opinion. Run Up is one of my favorite songs. But yeah.
But I will admit, the ones who I know have mastered sound design, I got to give it to Knife Party, Pendulum, Deadmau5, Pegboard Nerds for sure.
Yeah.
And there's another musician I really enjoy lately, and that's Tristam.
Tristam is amazing. I love Tristam. He works with Rustam a lot too. And they made some really great shit. Have you heard anything by Grant?
I haven't yet. He's been on my to listen list.
He's start with Color. Color is a sound design masterclass.
Can do.
It's
right.
Absolutely. It's on my Dark Nostalgia playlist. It's absolutely amazing. Start listening to some Black Bear and Jeremy Zucker too. They're more kind of mainstreamish sounding, but there's definitely some elements of EDM in there that I think you'll appreciate. Chateau is a good one to listen to by Black Bear. Very fun song. And Heavy by Jeremy Zucker and Make Daddy Proud by Black Bear both use the same instrumental, so you can really get a good sense for how sound design affects music. So check those out.
For those of you, by the way, just a side note here, just real quick. For those of you who are actually in my Discord server, Baghead Beats just dropped probably one of the funniest fucking things in my general chat I've seen all day. Heavily inspired by this stream.
I'm gonna go check that out right now.
Whoa, honestly, like that was like almost 5 to 10 minutes of two music artists just gossiping over their favorite artists, and honestly, I can't really complain.
Yeah.
I'm
Next
having a lot of
question.
fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and that's what's important here. We want more questions, guys. We want more questions so that Art
We
can start
got a
doing
lot of
his
questions.
goddamn
What do
job.
you mean?
Yeah, we
Actually,
do have a lot of
there
questions.
is
You took up the
two
whole time with
treats.
your specific 2 or 3 questions, bro.
Heck yeah, dude. You know
I
it.
do have,
It's called
keep it-
like this.
Keep in mind, I do have 2 treats for this stream.
That's just Aiden.
That's right.
Mm.
Well, let's hammer
I
out some
should've put that-
questions.
okay, yeah.
Let's get it going.
Yeah. So
Let's do this.
from Washy Wolfie again. What is your guys' favorite number? Okay, we already took care of that. Besides music and sound design, what are some other kinds of projects that you work on?
Outside of music and sound design, I enjoy software engineering, to be honest. I code a lot. I've been working on developing some small things here and there. The details are long-winded and boring if you don't understand code, so...
That's super nice. And then you also do some. I mean, I guess this does kind of count as sound design, but it's a different kind of sound design. You do foliage and stuff like that, and you're really good at it. Can you briefly explain to our awesome audience what foliage is? I know there's some VA in some voice actors and voiceover people in here who will understand it, but for people who are more into our
Absolutely.
digital art stuff, that would be
There's
really
actually
cool.
there's actually a really easy way to explain it. So Foley is the shorthand for it. But Foley basically is the design of sound. Let's say you've animated or you have a scene set and you got all the voices in. You still need to, let's say this is outdoor in the woods. You still need leaves rustling. You still would need the wind or the lack thereof. Basically, the design of foliage is creating the environmental sounds around the scene.
Awesome. I mean, I don't think anything more needs to be said, other than like a couple examples. Footsteps, Foley. Street sounds, honking horns, all that kind of jazz, Foley.
Gunfire, depending on my latest works.
Right, exactly. All of that stuff is foliage, and that's a super cool aspect of sound design that not a lot of people know about, or not as many people know about, I could say. So yeah, next question, I guess.
The next question is going to be from Goat Milk or Parker. Also for Chroma, this is a fun one to ask any musician. How did you learn music, and how far did you go in music education before just doing your stuff on your own?
Oh, I was waiting for this one.
I feel like this is gonna be a hot take directly for me. I'm probably gonna get.
I did 3 classes of professional music. Basically told my professor to get bent and walked out.
Where were you? What institution were you?
I
involved
can't give that out because I don't want people getting the bad ideas.
Understandable.
Plus, it's relatively close to where I am, so.
Yeah.
You're in
let's not find out.
Canada. If you're in Eastern Canada, I have a suspicion, and I might need to have a talk with you later. It'll be fine, but.
But yeah, no. Basically, I told a professor to get bent and left. Now, learning sound design and learning how to make music was honestly for the first 2 years. I didn't make a single song that I actually uploaded because a lot of it for me was a lot of self-experimenting, a lot of really fantastic. There are a ton of YouTube tutorials out there that can teach you, like, you know, this is how to master a kick drum, and this is how to do this, and this is how to do that. And I used a lot of those for many years until I really started experimenting on my own. So basically, the only education I have really is self-taught. Because my classes really went over well.
For those who don't know, what does get bent actually mean?
Get fucked.
Oh, basically, yeah, I told my professor to fuck himself.
Getting bent is, at least when it was used around me, it basically means get bent over and fucked. That's basically what it means.
Well, you know, that's my curious question. When did you like? What led up to you just saying that to your professor?
So basically, this was, and here's the this is the best part of the story. This was advertised as an electronic music course. So I go in there and I got the same bullshit that Aiden did, which was basically, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna make orchestral and this and that. And I'm like, I thought this was like the basics of electronic music, and they're like, oh, it is, and I'm like, no, the fuck, this isn't. We're sitting here making orchestral for 3 semesters. Are you kidding me?
It's about
That
music
wasn't
theory.
what that's what I didn't think I was getting into. And
Right.
the worst part about the class was they didn't teach music theory or anything like that. They expected you to have all of the base knowledge going into this class.
That's interesting. I wonder where you went because it doesn't sound like Berkeley to me, purely because of the fact that for your
I
first
ain't
semester.
discussing this on stream.
Yeah, let's let's call it the disclosed location.
Honestly.
But yeah, I'll take the cue there for sure. Any other questions?
We got plenty, actually.
Get
From
on
Nyan
then,
again.
party boy.
Well, ahead of you, fuckwit.
Mom, Dad, please stop fighting.
Malaka.
So,
Shut up! Shut up! You're making me laugh. Making my lines all shaky. Shut up.
Anyway,
I'll just tell Aiden to go get bent, and I'll ask the next question.
Way ahead of you, buddy. Way ahead of you.
So, Chroma, what inspires you in general?
Me.
Online media mostly. It's a lot of online media that inspires me. I mean, the last couple dozen songs I uploaded under the under the stage name of Chroma 9 were heavily influenced by the Has-Been and essentially what people call the Vivsy-verse. So, I mean, other than that, it comes from half the time it's me fucking around and then just giving it a really stupid name. I mean, I've got one song project here that I think I shared it with the Insanimators once, and it's just the longest song title in the world.
oh yeah.
And then there's other times where I'll get hit with this inspiration, especially this is the worst one with remixes. And I'll hear a song and I'll be like, this is fantastic, but what if it was like this?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that evolves.
I've noticed that, like, you'll hear a song and you'll go, this is awesome, I love it, but I want to try this, or I want to try this, and then you'll do it, and then sometimes you'll be like, this is sick, this is everything I want it to be, and then most of the time you do it and then you go, I can see why they didn't do this. So there's two sides to that coin as well, as with every
Trying
coin.
to
You
figure out
flip
what
in
you're
music.
doing.
Right, you try and you fail, and you try and you fail again, and then you keep failing, and you keep trying, and you keep going, and eventually you come across something that kind of works.
And eventually you give up on your dreams.
You stop being a fucking failure.
So this next one comes from Possessed Charlie. What is your favorite music genre in regards to working with music and designing tracks? Like, what genre has the best sound, or is your favorite to work with and manipulate, or other than electronic?
For me, when it comes to electronic, minimal house, and as strange as this will sound, I really have always enjoyed the creation and production of hip-hop beats.
Lo-fi comes
it's
to
just
mind.
something, lo-fi, hip-hop beats, because those evolved over the years from the 80s into what we now call dubstep.
Right.
Without the heavy vocal influence, hip-hop eventually developed into dubstep. But for me, I also deeply enjoy things like progressive house, minimal house. Outside of that, and this is going to be me putting myself on blast for a minute, I do have some origins working with metal, heavy metal, and screamo. So,
Nice.
Well, actually, I need to do this real quick just to piss off Dana.
Interesting.
Interesting. Interessante. Then we've got so I going off of that,
'Tis done.
How nice. Hell yeah.
And I guess what?
Ooh.
As
Let's
far
go ahead.
as more kind of that wonky kind of lo-fi sounding stuff goes, do you attribute the way that you listen to it more to Jay Dilla or more to Questlove? Which one? Or neither?
Get to
Neither,
that.
honestly.
Neither. Yeah. That makes sense.
The next sketch request we got going, if you want to get on that Smeeb, is either Chroma Thumb Up or Chicken Little's father, but dummy thick.
Okay.
Also,
Oh,
Smeeb,
I swear to
if you
fuck.
want to do me a favor later, Smeeb, or I think it's Smeeb doing the art right now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Could you send me that profile picture later so I can use that in all my locations?
Oh my god, yes! I can. Hell yeah.
Like, hell, I'd use that right friggin' now. I just hope the stream live updates when I change it.
It should.
Yeah.
So what is the next question coming from the Discord?
Mark, that's your cue.
I know.
It's from Washy Wolfie.
It is from Washy Wolfie. I know. What is the genre of music that you associate yourself with?
And
It's for everybody.
Yeah. Who do you want to start with? Well, I guess we'll go from top to bottom, and since I'm on the top in the stream, I'll go first. It's got to be jazz for me. I'm a jazz cat. I'm a jazz nerd. It's why I don't mind music college. It's the way that I grew up listening to jazz-inspired prog rock in the form of Rush. Fell asleep to that shit from the age of 2. Then it was Steely Dan, Sting, and then it evolved into Ahmad Jamal, Quentin Marsalis, Miles Davis, Quincy Jones, and then it's recently started to go into places like John Bellion, Jay Dilla, Questlove, other people like that. It's just really jazz in and of itself has so many different ways to go, and I love just how boundaryless it is. Ark, what about you?
Definitely heavy metal. Rock and heavy metal has been most of what I listened to my entire life. I have listened to quite a few other things. In fact, when I was probably about the age of a toddler, my dad got me listening to Erasure, and I've been a lifelong fan ever since. But basically, if you were to ask me what my tastes are, I'd say anything but dubstep and most country, especially modern country.
Oh, country, you say?
Yeah, but if you ask me what I associate myself with,
That's funny.
if you ask me what I associate myself with, I say rock and heavy metal all the way.
All right, Smee. Beside, for just a second, take your face out of
At the laugh jar.
the cringe, and let's go for
Take
you.
your face out of the
What
big
genre of music do you? What genre of music do you associate yourself with?
I'm sorry, I set her into a laughing fit.
We'll go with emo screamo. All right, perfect. Moving
No,
on.
no. Okay. I like swing jazz. I like overly obnoxious music, and and just because I know Ark will love it, Big Green Jacket.
I'm a hard-working mine driver, hogging up the road. I'm a plower, chug-a-lug-a-lugging 5 miles an hour. I'm an international harvester. Ew. I hate that song.
Excuse me, I need my ears.
Oh shit, that's right. We got a mastering engineer in here. Anyways,
You sound like you sound like the fucking cat from Cinderella.
I'm an international harvester. Anyways, moving on down, we're gonna get Mason, then we're gonna get Chroma, because again, Chroma is our special guest, and we always save the special guest for last. So, Mason, what genre of music do you associate yourself with?
Right, well, first thing, Schmeeb sketch request. Eris eating a jar of peanut butter.
Ooh.
Okay.
Make
And
it
the
like
second-
olive infused peanut butter.
Did I seriously see you write that? Oh. I see.
Subliminal messaging. Mason, what genre of music do you associate yourself with?
First thing, well, really, I don't have a favorite. I'm not one to choose favorites. I hate having to choose favorites. But it's
I'm
like
your
I like
favorite.
to listen to a variety of music. So really, like anything that sounds good. But I would say if I were to really have one of my favorite, it would probably be something along the lines of trance or like new age. And I'd say my favorite artist for that particular is the guy called Enigma. You probably heard of him.
He's not ringing any bells for me, actually.
I feel like I haven't heard of it.
Culture swines, all of you. But anyway, I like his music because like I've been on a lot of road trips with my family, and that's like the one album that we play whenever they're driving, and it's just to the point where I kind of fell in love with that particular artist. I've been loving his songs. I haven't listened to any of his recent albums, but I do like his old stuff because it's just I like listening to like relax and just be chill. And also like the music that I'm still uncertain if I am making or used to make. I like to focus around that kind of same area.
Not gonna lie, listening to that family situation of having to listen to that album, it just sounds like Stockholm Syndrome of music to me.
Well, where it's like I'm forced to listen to this music.
And then you just.
I mean, my parents basically like ruin all like 60s to 80s music for me, other than Leslie Gore. Like to this day, they play it all day, every day, no matter what I do, no matter what they're doing, and they'll just like and since like my entire family has hearing damage, they'll just like fucking blast it on the TV. I'll just be trying to do my thing, and then I just fucking I hear like 60s music blasting downstairs with the vacuum cleaner running. Like,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, what's the matter? My favorite meme ever, though, is hey, hey, what? If you know that meme, then you'll probably smile.
No,
a
the
little
only
bit and then
80s
come
music,
to leave.
the only 80s music meme anyone fucking knows ever, if you've ever had 5 seconds exposure on the internet, is never gonna give you up.
Anyways, Chroma, coming around to you. What genre of music do you identify with? Yeah.
I enjoy listening to house, metal. In fact, my favorite metal track I actually heard from a Call of Duty soundtrack, stupidly enough.
Which one?
No friggin' idea. I'm not a Call of Duty player, but
Was it any of the
song
Black
is,
Ops games?
It was probably Black Ops 2, to be completely honest.
Probably 115 by Elena Siegman.
Oh no, that's definitely Black Ops 1.
And but for identify myself with, I really enjoy. I've got it's a tie between house and synthwave.
Synthwave's fun. It's
Say
a
real
little
quick,
grating for me, but I can listen to it for sure.
I fucking love Elena Siegman. She is like a fucking like heavy metal growling goddess. Of course, without actually being a goddess.
My
But
favorite song out of her list of of course since this is Black Ops that I'm working off of, I forgot Pareidolia. I think that's what it's called because I love like the
Pareidolia.
what's it called? Yeah, Pareidolia. What's the thing that's called after the second chorus?
The bridge.
The bridge. Yeah, I love the bridge, especially when the bass hits, like the deep bass.
love that you mentioned 115 because that's probably like the most intense song that she has in any of the Black Ops games. And I love it because of it. I love those high energy, like heavy metal songs.
All right, and then there's another question that comes from Washi Wolfie right after that I think it would be funny to move on to right about now.
Okay. Oh, also I finished the sketch.
Yay! Stupid twig.
You can make you can make the
God.
peanut butter stupid twink juice. That could be cool.
What is that? Peanut butter? Great.
It's just peanut
Okay.
butter.
Yeah.
Nah. You just turn everything you touch into stupid twink juice. Don't get near me.
Okay, so Smee, we don't really have a sketch request, so I would say just go nuts, draw whatever.
We've still got a few.
I
So,
had one. I had an idea that we can get started before the next question. Smeeb, I want you drawing. I want Eris in the studio with either Chroma's Hell or Impsona yelling at him from behind the glass, because he's doing something wrong.
Hell no, I've drawn way too much
gotta
Eris
be the
today.
Insana. It's gotta be the Insana.
I have drawn way too much Eris today.
Okay. How about I'll hit you with this one. Ark strangling me for saying Pogs too much.
Well, you just draw me.
Well, no, we've done that before.
In the studio
Oh,
with
yeah,
Chroma's
that's right.
yelling- with Chroma's
yeah,
Impsona
I-
yelling at me.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot I drew that.
you can do
Chroma's
that. There's also
yelling at me.
There's a lot of really good questions coming in. Holy
yeah.
shit.
There's also the option of also Ark with a drinking problem, but he has no problem drinking at all, which is hilarious because I'm enjoying a nice IPA right now.
Let's move on to the next question as well, because we've got a lot
Yeah.
that we have to cover.
So as I was getting to it, it's actually for Mason. Can you please do your best Chroma impression?
Well, I mean, it's not really that hard to do. I mean, it's just the minor alterations of the voice.
I
That's
had an immediate image of Chroma sitting there at his computer, and he hears me saying, repeating that question. He just gets his face like, "Wait, hold on, what the fuck?"
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up.
like I don't know, because really the only person that says I sound like Chroma is literally his sister.
It's not literally his sister. It's Bunny, and that's just the thing that she says. Apparently. It's just
Yeah,
kind of
but like, I mean, oh, actually, you know what? Because I said that, I feel like that could be another good sketch request. I'll write it down in the sketch request. But yeah, that's my best attempt. Sorry to tell you.
All right.
From Dana, or our twin shit for Aiden. How did you meet Chroma?
This is the stupidest fucking story of all time. It's,
I don't know what you're talking about. I fucking love this story.
It's okay to love stupid stories. I was on
Excuse me.
Twitter one night after helping Bunny out, the same person who thinks that these two sound really similar to each other. I helped her out writing some lyrics for a song that she was doing with a guy called like Alex Crownway or something like that. And he's a jazz pianist who they were doing a kind of smut jazz thing together. And it was a pretty cool little project. And I was on Twitter later that night, and I saw that someone with the name Chroma9 had followed me on Twitter. And at that point, you also had your name in your Twitter profile, and you had the same initials just inverted, so I thought you were that guy. So I sent him a DM on Twitter saying, "Hey, it's the dude who helped Bunny with this thing. What's up?" And then Chroma was like, "I'm sorry, who the fuck are you?" And so Chroma, why don't you tell them exactly what I did immediately after that? Just me being a fucking
So Aiden here, the moment he realizes he fucks up, he's like he's dedicated to it at this point. Begins to self-promote himself to me.
Sounds about right.
Actually, hold on. To quote the
Oh,
exact
God fucking damn
message
it, no.
sent,
No.
June 27th, 9:18 p.m. Well, I noticed you're a producer, and I have some ideas for musical projects in the future. I'm a vocalist drummer, and I have some training in composition. So it just proceeds from there. If anybody wants it, I'll dump our entire friggin' introduction DMs over on Twitter just so everyone can see it.
It doesn't even count as a link
Oh.
because it deserves to be seen. It's absolutely and here's the thing. This is real. This is how connections are made. straight up, you stumble into somebody completely on accident, and then you end up working with each other, and then you end up actually vibing well, and it's fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, there you go. This is a stupid story of how a pretty cool connection was made.
And they're quickly jumping into the next sketch request. Mason and Chroma doing the Spider-Man pointing meme.
Jeez.
Okay. We got a fucking triangle. Hold on. I just imagine him as like this fucking tiny triangle. This small triangle man.
It's
Triangle.
Chroma's third avatar. We love it. Yeah, I mean, I think that's that question answered.
Well, it's going to end up going back to another question we already did, which is basically a question from Nyan Sprinkles asking, what are some of your favorite musicians?
I think that's a
Oh,
different.
easy. I can name off the top 4.
Go for it.
Deadmau5, Knife Party, Daft Punk, and Avenged Sevenfold.
Nice.
Do those count as musicians to you, or do those count as producers?
They asked musicians. I guess that would encompass bands or musical groups as well.
For me, my 4 favorite musicians are Joshua Redman, Bob Reynolds, why can I remember? Jacob Collier, and he's a bassist. He works with Dave Matthews Band sometimes. How am I not? Hang on a second. I'm actually getting upset.
Chroma Cypher.
By the way, Dana is currently calling Chroma Bill Cipher 2.0.
Victor Wooten.
Oh man. I guess for me, it's definitely for me Metallica, Within Temptation, and another band called Amaranth, which is basically like heavy metal and like techno music all mixed together, which actually works really fucking well when you get to listen to them. I would recommend it.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Well, I want it to be Smeep's turn.
Okay, it's me turn.
Oh fuck.
Favorite musicians. You can say me. It's okay.
I'm just seeing the legs.
Yeah, way to go.
So I'm gonna go with Yoko Ono and
That immediate fuck you.
Okay, I got this. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna pick 3, right?
okay.
I'm gonna choose. Of course, one of the big ones gotta be the Tragic Tantrum. They're way too underrated, and I hate it. But then there's also Bird Eats Baby.
I thought you hated babies.
Well, that's why it's called Bird Eats Baby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then and then there's also the Romanovs. They're really cool.
Nice. And then Mason.
And then there's me, because I volunteered. It's me to go after me. Okay, so let's see. Enigma, you already know that one. I'd say the next one is either Kino or Etherwood. Third one is Ninja Sex Party. Fourth one, Metallica. And the fifth one, ooh, this is a tough one. I'd say the fifth one's probably Charlie Puth.
He's good. I like him.
And yeah, that's my 5.
Are you my 5? Dwayne Wade's my 5. No one knows Charles Barkley here. That's unfortunate. Anyways.
I do know Charles Barkley, but I keep forgetting how he speaks.
Are you my 5?
Charles Barkley, a basketball player?
Are you my 5? Dwayne Wade's my 5. Oh, that's just terrible. That is a terrible, crazy thing. That man's nuts.
Impression of Sans.
It's look up Charles Barkley speaking. Goddamn. Anyways, let's move
Charles
on.
Barkley, the basketball player?
Yes,
Yes!
that's Charles Barkley.
Oh, also,
He does music?
No.
No.
okay. I'm gonna tell you, if you want to listen to music that makes you feel like you're in a different dimension, listen to Alien Sex Fiend.
These band names. These artist things.
Me, what
Actually-
kind of shit are you listening to? What the hell?
So I think
Listen, it makes you feel like you're in a different dimension, dude. It's
So-
like crazy.
I think if I may make a short little announcement after the next couple of questions,
Sure.
because I got some news involving me and Volition.
Well, I think the
Yeah.
next question ties pretty well into that. So
Go
Yeah,
on, Bob.
with that.
Yeah, the next question is from Baghead Beats.
BHB, how you doing, buddy?
Damn, who are you most excited to collab with, if you can say?
I actually at this time can't.
Oh shit.
I just want to
Ooh, keep your secrets.
I actually meant to say Nate wants to battle. Thanks, Dana.
If it ties into any discussions that we've had previously before this stream, I think I have an idea of who it is, but I won't say it right now.
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to wait.
Yeah. But next question is from Karma Bites. I'm pretty sure it says, I have a very important question for Chroma. What are some of the vibes that you like or consider yourself to be? And if there is any kind of persona style, what do you like?
Blacks, grays, whites, mostly due to the fact that I'm colorblind. So it's
Wait,
very easy for
legit?
me. Legitimately.
Holy shit.
I
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no.
Ableton must suck to use for you then.
I've actually had people ask me, like, because there's been times where, like, screenshots of my projects have gotten out, and it's all gray, blacks, and whites. I'm very, yeah.
Speak real quick. We got Sans Chroma. You already know.
God.
And I
Okay.
think after that,
As for vibes, I can't go wrong. I love dinosaurs. I love ancient Egypt. Those are my main two vibes, I suppose.
after that, Smeeb, just go nuts. Just go
Okay.
crazy.
You don't want me to do that.
Let's finish the last two questions that we have in here, and then we can get into some of the announcement doohickey thingy things.
The next question from Possessed Charlie again. What happened to the first 8 chromas?
Next question. I'm not allowed to talk about that.
If I bypass that, I feel like you're just saying that it's like, if I bypass this question, they won't know about the bodies.
No, there are no bodies, but I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Okay.
Jeez. All right, so I guess moving on from that concerning question, or answer rather, Nyan Sprinkles asks, speaking of country music, referring to our earlier answers, why the hell do I imagine Mason being the most likely to sound like a country musician?
Because you heard him talk.
I don't know. Let me get an example here. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining.
That's bluegrass.
Shine on. Goddamn blue.
Obviously, just has to do an accent.
Blue moon of Kentucky,
My
keep on
favorite-
shining.
My favorite country song is called "I Whooped Batman's Ass." You can look it up. It's an actual.
I see you're a fan
know
of
you're doing
Wheeler
this on
Walker
purpose.
Jr. too. I love that man, and he will forever be in my heart. I love him. If you look in it, I
You
cannot
did that
repeat
shit
his
on
lyrics.
purpose.
I cannot repeat his lyrics on stream, but if you want some just hilarious, like actually good country too, Wheeler Walker Jr. fucking hilarious man.
I whooped Batman.
The story of Wesley Willis is such a tragic one.
Something that you discuss on your streams.
And
No,
with that,
because I've heard
man,
Wesley Willis when I was younger, and it's when I heard about his story, it's kind of depressing. So we'll move on.
with that,
So yeah, we'll listen to your streams.
we're down
So-
to the bottom of the questions. At least that's
Yeah, that's it.
That was the last
All right.
question.
So, as I said, I got 2 treats for the stream. I'll do one now and one a little bit later. The first treat I'd like to drop on you guys is some fantastic news. Spotify is in the middle of fixing the issue with the title, as they've been doing for about a week now, trying to correct it. But for those of you who are familiar with my music, you guys would be familiar with a song of mine called Remember, aka Arachnis' song. There is now the live version of that, which features Aiden, aka Volition, up on Spotify now. I will be dropping the link to that in chat.
Everyone go take a listen to that. It's fun. I gave it a listen myself. I really enjoy the atmosphere and the style of it. It's good. And I mean, if Smeeb, God fucking damn it. And if I have, I mean, and I think if your Spotify listen counts have anything to say, Chroma, it seems like the people enjoyed that one too. So please go give a good listen to that one. It's a good listen. And it was can we tell the story really quickly about how my involvement with that song went? Because it's quite a story.
So I had the idea for this variation of the song for live performances, and oh god, this song has been done for what? At least a month and a half, at least, this variation. And basically, I reached out to Aiden knowing that he does a bang on Angel Dust, and I was like, well, here's the idea I had for the outro. Here's some bass lyrics. You got 4 hours to get them to me.
And it wasn't even 4 hours, it was 4 hours until the show that he was going to be unveiling this version of the song at. So it was really more like an hour and a half, because then he had to go in and put the lyrics in and do a little bit of the Foley work that he did towards the end of it. Before
Now, what I
even
find
getting
is funny is the version on Spotify is not that one.
Yeah.
Because that one, it actually, you can hear Angel singing through the phone, where the one on Spotify is your raw vocal talent.
Yeah, and I really appreciated that. I remember we had a little talk about compressors, and we got into a little discourse about that, and it was pretty fun too. Yeah, it was super fun to work on, and it was just like we were in a Discord call. I would come back I would mute myself, come back every 10-15 minutes, and send it over, and it was so fun to do, and I love it. And it came out really well. I've never really heard my vocals in a polished production like that before, and it was I don't know, it was super fun, and it was
Constraints, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm really excited for you guys to hear it. Make sure to tell me what you think about it and all that good jazz.
A link will be on my Twitter after this stream.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really, if any opportunity that I have to work on more stuff, whether similar or completely detached from anything has been, I'm totally down to do. And it was a great experience. It was funny because I went into session drummer mode, because it's the same way. They say, listen, these guys have booked the studio for 3 hours. They've given you your own room. You're in here, you're tracking drums for 3 hours. We need all the tracks for this whole album done in 3 hours. Which means I now have to grab my sticks, run in, help the guy set up for an hour and a half, and it's an hour and a half for me to literally drop 45 minutes. So I get 2 takes per song, essentially. And it was right in that slot. So I felt, I didn't feel comfortable, but I felt ready and good, and it was good. It was great.
Now, as I will say, the second treat I have planned for you guys later this stream is actually an unreleased song demo that is a remix of an unreleased song. We're getting unreleasedception here.
So it's like, it's a song that you didn't release, and then you remixed it, and you're hoping to release it soon.
Yeah, it's an unreleased remix of an unreleased song. I'm just waiting on all the information back from the artist of when everything is going down.
You should look. You should look at.
Yes.
That basically feels like my Twitter DMs that day.
Oh my god.
Can you really call me a smooth brain though? Because guess what?
Okay, so you're fine
This,
with prick.
when you slip around on this smooth brain, you get places. That's what I gotta say.
Oh my god. I'm looking at the YouTube chat right now. Karma Bites just said, "What? Hi, I'm what Chroma refers to as a Walmart Michael Kovac."
Isn't it Kovac?
It is
not get-
Kovac, to my knowledge.
Let's not get into that discourse. That's gonna take. Nyan, that's literally all Smeeb does whenever he gets the chance. It's just
And even Nyan is like, "Damn, Smeeb really be out here roasting Aiden."
yeah.
Jen with the ion. It's not on.
Smooth brain
You know what?
prick advertising domo.
Here's a question
my
for you
God.
guys of the Insanimators cast from me.
Oh no.
Oh, we get a question.
When do you guys would think is a great time to tease this? Because I can tell you right now that everyone here or in the chat should be familiar with the other artists involved in this.
Well, I'd say after this question that we recently just got.
Ooh, goody, goody.
Yeah. Yeah, it is from Karma Bites. He says, if you can, we'll probably go for it afterwards because this ain't quite the same topic. But if you can, Chroma, can you say some characters you like design-wise?
Characters from what?
Anything.
Doesn't say. Probably just
That's fine.
any characters from anywhere.
Okay. That is a hefty book.
Just name like your 5 favorite ones.
Or just 5 of your favorites, whatever comes to your head fastest.
Yeah.
Of the Has-Been universe, Blitzo and Stolas, easy hands down. Vox from Has-Been, easy hands down. Outside of that, I've got to give some credit to characters like Lion from the Fire Emblem series, Sturm from Advance Wars, which I love them. I love those games. Anubis from, oh god, what was that movie's name? God damn it, I can't remember.
You know the movie?
I can't remember the movie.
Pyramid of Light?
I'm not sure. It was a movie. It was this guy. He had to go into the afterlife to give something to his girlfriend near the end or something.
Well, then I got nothing.
I can't remember. Yes, the O is silent. My apologies.
I was gonna say, it's like just name 5 characters that you look at and it's like, I like your cut, G.
I like your cutty.
Fuck you, Flo.
Oh, and I think this one goes without saying. Arachnus for the fan voice work that I do.
I was about to
For
say,
Arachnus?
I mean, yeah, not specifically Naya's way of drawing that character is very satisfying to look at.
Naya is an amazing person.
Naya's awesome.
I hang out with Naya. Naya's awesome.
I remember the that little voice bit that you guys did for her. What was it? Her anniversary or birthday? I think it was a birthday.
They did a week. You know how there's all these different prompt weeks. That
Yeah,
we
that's
do.
right.
We did.
And there was a week celebrating then. Yeah.
Yeah, a week celebrating the fanship, and so we did a little back and forth for day 3, which was fighting. It was pretty fucking hilarious.
We got
enjoyed
into
working
some
on that.
like really intense Italian.
Yeah, it was great. It felt really fun because it's.
How many takes did you guys have to do to get that?
One.
The final take.
it's
We both, I
I
think we did one.
think we each
Shit.
went off, recorded our lines, came back. We didn't have to do any retakes. Because I'm used to screaming at people. It's what I do as default. I mean, what do you think I come on this fucking stream and do all day? What is, this is.
Yeah,
this
you
isn't-
Greek motherfucker.
People? This is you screaming at people?
Not screaming. I will say I keep a little bit of a lid on myself when I'm in the stream with you guys. I don't want to harm anybody's fragile egos. But
Well, oh yeah, other than your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, than my own. Well, I built that one up
Egos.
pretty high, and I've sealed it in with some pretty big walls. So good luck getting to it. But
Fragile egos, that's rich.
Smooth brain prick.
He's still laughing at that.
Listen, I even drew. I haven't slept in over 24 hours. You can't. Oh man. By the way, we got like half an hour left.
And
Oh,
I
thanks.
think this would be the perfect time for Chroma to reveal his second treat, I believe.
Very, very well. It will require some mic silence for a moment. Because
Okay.
what I will do, because I can't give out any files involving this yet, I'll just play it through our Discord call here, and I hope you guys enjoy.
if you say
I'll
if
reveal
you
what
send
it
it
is
to me,
after.
I can play it from my thing because I have my desktop audio hooked up to the stream.
I can't do that.
Okay,
Not
that
allowed.
makes sense. All right, so it might not be in the best quality, but just because of how Discord works, but this is going to be some pretty litty titty shit. So let's get going on.
Hey.
Well, how's that for a sneak peek, ladies and gentlemen?
That slaps. First of all, I'm gonna be straight up. I have not heard a single one of your songs. But now I want to. So
That there
He has-
is.
he has a lot of songs on there.
I can tell you guys relatively what it is. This is the an unreleased remix of the unreleased song coming out by, I can give away two of the artists involved, and that is Silverhound and Erica Lindbeck.
ooh,
Shit.
yo, that's crazy.
There's one thing I didn't know. I didn't know Erica does music.
Apparently she
Well,
does.
apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
I have not heard even a second of your music until now, bro.
I personally recommend listening to the Vox one. What was it called again, Chroma?
My game, parentheses, I am your overlord.
Yeah, that one.
Oh heck yeah! It sounds.
I was about to say something that would piss Chroma right the fuck off. I barely control myself.
Then fucking say it.
Oh, and make sure to check out his top listened to track, Moth Pit Business as usual.
I hate that song so much.
Perfect
I'm not even
segue.
joking.
I know.
The problem, my gripe with that song was, for so long, that's all I was ever known for. Was the Valentino rap, and I hated it.
Dude, and it's funny because the fucking the Addict MV was like that song's expiration date. It's fucking best served by this fucking it's actually not a bad song by any means, but I can't understand that this only being known for one thing, so you know.
Yeah. It's kind of like my gripe with the entire hotel, like Hazbin Hotel fandom and stuff like that, because anytime
boy.
I draw anything else, it maybe gets 5% of the reception that Hazbin gets, and it makes me sad.
Oh, that's all fan
Yeah.
art, yeah. It's all fan art, you know, it's the same kind of basic thing. You gotta
It's pretty
Yeah.
much the same thing for me. It's like I post Hasbin stuff. Oh look, people
Also-
love it. Oh man, look at all these favorites. I post literally anything else. Maybe one or two, maybe three.
Yeah, Also, by the way, after that demo finished, like, I don't know if you heard how loud that clap I did was, but my hands are numb. My hands are numb and I cannot feel anything.
I'm glad to see
Clap
that
really
everybody. I'm glad to see that everybody is looking forward to the release of that one.
Oh, I am keeping
That
I'm looking
sounded
forward to the moment
badass.
that I get feeling in my hand back.
You gotta learn how to clap because there's a correct way to do it without killing your hands.
I don't care.
Allow me to demonstrate.
What we gotta do is we gotta learn the freaking Cossack clap that they do before they start the dancing.
Sure.
And what's the process on that one?
Oh, it's fucking loud. I'll show you guys the video once we're all done.
All right, ouch. Okay, you know what? Now I got another curious question for Chroma. What do you do to take a breather from, like, making music?
There is actually a couple of games that I do play in my downtime, strangely enough.
And those would be.
I've been playing a lot of emulator games. Honestly, some PlayStation 2, N64, some old Game Boy Advance games, the Fire Emblems, Advance Wars. I love those.
I'm stealing your systems.
There is a couple of online games I play as well. Most recently, I've been experimenting with this dinosaur game called The Isle, which lets you live out life. It's like this live life as a dinosaur simulator.
I think a friend of mine at my workplace mentioned me about that one, and he's basically I can only describe this as nicely as possible, a fat nerd. He's a fat nerd, like, he loves Star Wars, and, like, I think he, like, literally went in depth about this whole thing while we were pretty much ushering in a movie theater. And yeah, I think that was, yeah.
Oh, and yeah, Vanta called me out on that. Vanta has caught me playing Among Us a couple times.
I have a bit of a distaste for that game. I don't know.
I have a distaste for any game that involves trust. Because
that's the
there was a
purpose of
scenario
Among
where-
Us.
Oh, so
Well,
Mason, does that mean you hate playing Rainbow Six Siege?
Oh no, when I'm playing with you, I'm having a blast.
No, but trust any stranger on a game.
Oh, I always have the mic muted. I always keep that shit muted. But anyway, like, I would say that's why I don't like trust. Because I remember it was a birthday stream of a person that I will not mention because I don't know, I just don't like him. But we were playing this one Jackbox game called, I'm pretty sure it was just called Push the Button.
Yeah.
And literally, like, I was just doing my stuff, and then they just labeled me as the alien when I was not, and yet, like, these people were just, it's like, this dude's clearly the alien, and I just hated that. And once I got killed off, I just let loose in my rage.
Shut up, tree hugger.
I don't-
Anyways,
Wow. all right, you Greek bastard.
the Greek bastard. Anyways, well, we need more questions is what we need. That's one of the things that we do need. If you guys have any more
Well, I do.
questions for us or for Chroma, for now, any questions from the cast to Chroma, that would be pretty sick. Any
Well, I've
questions
got
from
one,
Question,
Chroma
actually.
for us? Yeah.
Please describe for us the general interaction between you guys on a regular basis. Whatever a regular basis is for you guys.
Between me and Chroma and I?
Yes.
I've been busy as fuck recently, as I'm sure everybody here is well aware, and we kind of got the initial like the first live version of Remember done right as I started to get into all this moving shit. And so it's been a little bit like it's scattered, but whenever we do find ourselves together in a voice call or anything like that, it's always a good time. We pretty much riff on each other for a lot of it, and then, you know, discuss a couple of different things that we're planning or something like that, toss around vague ideas, because that's always fun to do, and then, you know, we move on. That's been my experience, at least. Chroma, what about you? What do you kind of associate with as far as our correspondence has gone in the last couple months?
This guy's an asshole.
You know
I'm
it. You got that shit right.
I'm kidding. Honestly, it's been there's been a lot of goofing around. There's been a lot of project work. When we're not discussing business or projects, it's been a lot of just general hangout and fun. And I honestly I like hanging out with Volition, Aiden, hashtag Greek Spider, whatever you guys want to know him by.
Yeah, it's just good. And again, that's like Chrome was saying with the auditions, and like is exemplified by the dumbass story of us meeting. Really, I think what can be taken away from both of those is just, if you want to get something done, put yourself out there in any capacity you can, in any capacity you feel proud of. Put yourself out there as much as possible, and things will arise. I popped into DMs thinking he was someone else, and then we made some sick shit together, and we've got more planned. So I mean, it's just, I think that's how I would describe our correspondence. It's just, it just happens, and it's fun, and it's good. We've got another question that came in, by the way, Ark.
Mason also had one before I started.
Oh, okay.
I would say, see if I can word this properly. Like, any potential on streaming either music or just games in your free time? For Chroma.
For me, I actually do host live events where I'll actually sit down, and I'm looking for places outside of my Discord to do it, but there will be times where I will sit down, I'll be like, hey everyone, 7 p.m. tonight, I'm doing a live DJ session. And so for me, I actually do live music performances where I'll throw in unreleased music and stuff like that. I haven't done any game streaming yet, but that may change in the future. We'll have to see.
I've been to one. I've been to one of his little live thing. It's surprisingly hype. It's a surprisingly hype experience for what it is, and it's really fun. And if you get the chance again, we're gonna want to at some point get his Discord in the stream if we can, or his link tree or something like that. That's gonna be his Discord server is the place for right now. We might be able to get some other places going at some point. We can have some talks about that and whatnot. We'll figure that all out in due time. But that's pretty sick. I'm actually got a hold of Chroma's link tree right here. I'll send it in chat because I don't want to open up the stream and blast you guys with a repeat of this audio. I'm going to bring it down here. I'll post it in.
Bro, I'm about to pass out, my guy.
So, Ark, if you want to post his, or Dana or whoever, if you want to post his link tree in the chat, now would be the perfect time to do that. So yeah. Stretch
But we
time.
do have another question.
And Smeeb, don't forget to send me that pic.
Don't worry, I will not. I will not forget. Yes.
She'll totally forget.
Shut up.
The moment this stream is over, Smeeb is gone.
Like she's just
Bro,
like boom, boom,
yeah, any second now, I'm just gonna pass out. If I pass out, just remove me from the call, honestly.
We got what?
Question. We do have a question.
It is from Baghead Beats. Yo, who do you like watching on YouTube? Also, who do you like music-wise that isn't mainstream?
Watch on YouTube. I don't watch a lot of people on YouTube, actually. I'm just kind of the autoplay guy. YouTube at this point, I just watch clips and things like that from different things, and YouTube's basically figured out my autoplay at this point.
They figured you out.
Now for non-mainstream musicians, that's difficult.
Bro, I can recommend some really good ones.
Aiden, real quick.
Io is fantastic. Tristum or however you want to pronounce it is fantastic.
Aiden, real quick. Apparently that link tree, it ain't working.
Are you?
That's because there's no
Okay.
K.
How in the heck is there no K? I will re-get it.
I felt
I
like
see
something.
it. I see it. I see what it is. Okay, I'll type out my own version.
Not to say, but maybe that question was pointed to everybody since it doesn't look like it's being directed to anybody.
Smeeb,
Huh?
who do you like watching on YouTube? Also, who do you like music-wise that isn't mainstream?
Does the YouTube thing like have to like do with music or is it
Oh,
just?
no.
Yeah, I guess it's just general.
I just like watching commentary videos, especially Illuminati. She like
Illuminati,
no,
she's
like
good. She's
yeah,
good.
yeah, she is really good. I listen to her videos on Shady MLMs, and I'm really waiting on her to cover Sensi, so my mom will stop being a fucking hunbot. So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, as far as music, I don't know how, but I find really, really good songs that have like 16 views, and I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like, I could listen to this on loop, and I do listen to them on loop.
Can we get a bruh in chat for that one?
Bruh. So, did we cover Arc yet, or is it my turn to go up and talk about what I like to watch on YouTube?
Top to bottom. Chrome already dealt his.
Oh, okay. So, for me on YouTube, it's hard to say because I'm all over the place on YouTube. I watch, God, I watch so much. I watch some Illuminati, some commentary-based stuff. It's fun. I also enjoy watching different math and science-based channels. Smarter Every Day comes to mind. I know he's a meme, but that dude's actually an amazing person. Mark Robin comes to mind. I don't know. Just I like watching stuff that's interesting to me on almost a dexterous level, like things that I can get my hands on. I can feel myself doing. You know. I also have recently been enjoying the work of. Let me see. What is this man's name? Let me see if I can just. If I hop onto YouTube, will I see any of his stuff? I like Rob Scallon.
While,
You know, I enjoy him. Zach Grooves. I've been watching him a lot. So that guy's also. And David Dockery, the guy who did Pepe Sylvia on drums.
Pepe Sylvia.
Yeah. Those guys, I really love watching them.
Oh, I like this like Boomhauer on drums.
Yeah, he
Oh,
does a lot of
by
really
the
fun
way,
shit.
I feel like I should say one more stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Just one
think
more?
I think the stream is I think the stream is coming to an end in what 15 or so minutes
Yeah,
now?
15
Yeah.
15 minutes or so. Maybe
Cool.
a little less.
If you guys have any random, just because I'm feeling, I don't know, in a very entertained mood, if you guys have any random Arachnus voice lines you guys want to hear, let me know.
It's even
Question
more
quick.
dangerous
I
because
just,
I'm here too. So, goddamn.
Oh no!
If you want, also if you want me to attempt to emotionally beat the shit out of Aiden, then that's
Emotionally beat the shit.
I mean, you do that on a regular basis anyway.
Get the
Yes,
bat.
yes,
go
Ark,
to
your turn.
42.
What do you like watching on YouTube, Ark?
For me, watching on YouTube, it's usually either the Russian Badger or Tuxbird.
I'm pretty sure Russians.
Those guys are basically gaming YouTubers who post all kinds of really fucking funny shit on the games they play, like usually Rainbow Six Siege, but they'll also do things like Tuxbird recently did Among Us. Russian Badger has done things like War Thunder and Payday. And then as for music that isn't mainstream, fuck, that's kind of tough actually. I think for me, it's either. Oh man, it's either Jonathan Young or. Ah, fuck, what was the.
Jonathan Young, isn't that the guy that voices Crypto in Apex Legends?
No, Jonathan Young is the guy who does the metal covers of Disney songs.
Oh.
Honestly, I don't know if Amaranth would even be considered mainstream right now. That's a tough one. Because they're signed on with a major record label. I think they're part of some like record label as a subsidiary of Warner, but I can't tell, honestly.
Sweet!
Huh?
Are you awake?
Sure.
It's for Denny's.
And with that, there's actually something that just popped up in the approved questions chat. That is, it's
Yeah.
I
there.
didn't get to answer mine.
It is a voice request.
Okay.
First of all, I gotta answer my bit. My bit on the question.
So she's asking, can Chroma and Aiden say Shoddy said she liked the way I default dance, and she tags that with
The way
I
you
swear I'm
said it
saying.
like The way you
Can
said it like
I
that. is just-
get that in English?
No, that is literally verbatim what they want said.
Okay,
Shoddy
hang on, give me a
said she
second,
liked
give
the
me a
way I
second, give me a
default
second.
dance.
I'll hang on.
How you pronounce that just rubs me the wrong way, Arthur.
Okay. I'll go first.
Default.
Shoddy said she liked the way I default dance.
Alright, Chroma, your turn.
My brother's
Oh,
now
God
default
damn
dancing
it.
in my room.
Shorty said she liked the way I default dance. Oh god, I swear I'm sane.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we got another request.
We're in stream. Get out of here.
From Kit Marin. They want Arachnus to say, I'm bored. Look, if the target doesn't show up soon, I'm taking out the jackass hanging to the... You know what? Here, let me just DM this to you.
I can see it, I can see it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you got it.
I'm bored. Look, if the target doesn't show up soon, I'm taking out the jackass hanging his laundry on the telephone lines instead.
You know, that leads me to a curious question. Is that, like, supposed to be the official... I mean, it's probably not official yet, because I don't think he's been written into the show just yet. But is that, like, that kind of voice that everybody's going with?
I don't know. I've heard a lot of fantastic different renditions of Arachnus. This is the one that I've provided to him. I know that I've been told by a couple different people that they really enjoy the way that I've presented Arachnus. Not sure what else to say on top of that. I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
His headcanon voice for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I can throw my dart at the board at this one.
Give it a shot. Why not?
I'm bored. Look, if the target doesn't show up soon, I'm taking out the jackass hanging his laundry on the telephone lines instead.
Fuck, that ain't bad either.
I like both.
I'm bored. Look, if the target doesn't show up soon, I'm taking out the jackass.
Listen, I got a firearm and you're right next to me. I'll pull a Dick Cheney and blow your face off.
Look, the last time I checked, the last thing you blow is men.
Ah! You telling me to get bent?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm afraid you'd like it.
You know what? You were right about
It's
me.
angel dust. Of course he does.
You know what? You were right about me for all those years. I am a giant dick. Go ahead and suck me.
Oh, no, actually, okay, so we got another voice request. And please, no.
All right.
So we go. What was it? Me?
Sweet home Alabama.
Where the skies are so blue.
Actually, hold on, wait.
I wanna
How about a
provide a fun
crossover on that one?
I wanna-
Crossover.
Where the skies are blue.
Clouds of white.
The brightness of
By the way, Vantabot says you're the canon Arachnus voice in my heart.
myself.
I've been told by
Red
I've been
roses.
told this by a couple people now, and here's the thing: for the people that have I've actually had people tell me that I am when I've no.
Yeah.
I have heard nothing from Spindlehorse or anything involving that. However, I mean, if the auditions ever came up, guarantee I'd be on it. And to those of you who have, said that they perceive me as the canon Arachnus, thank you very much for the compliments.
But
Yo,
it's
fun
it's
fact
not
of the
canon
day.
until it's canon. You know, it's just how it always goes.
Bruh. Fun fact of the day, Say Something by Christina Aguilera and Sweet Home Alabama are played the exact same way on the piano if you don't count the vocal lines. You're welcome. I ruined it.
Actually, let me ruin something else.
Oh, no.
I think it's my ability to ruin something. Coffee is just bean soup.
No, it's bean broth.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Get it right. It's bean tea.
I'm sorry.
It's bean brew. Okay,
Can we
we
just
got.
move on to the next voice request?
All right,
Bro, by the way,
we've
we
got
got like
more stuff
5
in
minutes
there.
left.
Yeah, we've got a
Yeah,
couple.
little more-
We got a couple little more things in the chat as well that we can go over before we end the stream.
Yeah.
I think this is a decent
So-
one to end it on.
So Nyan is asking for Chroma to say blame Aiden for no reason, and Aiden release an Uno reverse card.
Wait, what?
Just say blame Aiden for no reason, and then Greek Spire's just gonna flip it back on you.
It's a great improv.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Sorry about that. Okay. Blame Aiden.
I got. You know what? I expected this card, and I've got it. Ain't no Blake card coming back for me. How you gonna blame that? No, you!
Aiden here with this over-the-top performance.
Reverse!
Really,
Overacting for the Oscar?
needed an
Anybody?
actual, like,
Leonardo
playing card or
DiCaprio,
something.
get on my level. You don't get bent.
Aiden really needs an actual like playing card to slap onto his desk when he does that.
I expected this. It's like as soon as Chroma said blame Aiden, I would have expected you to just do. What you just heard was the sound of a reverse Uno card.
God damn it.
Sound effects brought to you by our censors for this radio show. We've got
Radio show.
I think
That's being generous.
it's people talking. It's people talking, Ark. I've still got the Uno reverse
being
card. I'll
generous.
use it again.
God, never mind.
So, anyways, we are pretty much at that 2-hour mark. Does Ark want to do his job, or do I gotta step in?
Oh, thanks. Fuck. Oh my god, I keep having to revive myself, dude.
There's nothing else, so.
So I think we can just start wrapping things up here.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to start wrapping up the stream and getting things, kind of moving in a downward direction, trying to get the landing gear out. Ark, do you want to handle the close-up, or do you want me to do it?
Let me start it off, and then you can close it out.
Sounds perfect.
Sure. Thank you all very much for joining us in the Insanimators today. Definitely had a lot of fun with this. Yeah, this has been fun. Thank you for joining us. I hope you can look forward to more coming from us soon, especially once. Yeah, this weekend, for any of you who didn't know, I've got my stream coming up this weekend with Mr. Jun Yoon.
And I'll be
I will have
tagging along
Aiden
for that, yeah.
as my co-host, yes, and that's going to be an interesting one to just kind of learn more about being people in general. So I hope you guys can tune in to watch that. But beyond that, thank you all for joining me or joining us.
Yes.
Thanks to Chroma for being our special guest.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Let's all
Chroma
show
has
some
been an amazing
appreciation for
guest.
that. He's been amazing.
Big thank you to Schmeeby Weeby for doing the drawing requests.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, prick.
I'm very much looking forward to my new Twitter and Discord profile pic.
Yeah, hell yeah.
nice.
I love all of you. My cat is walking all over my computer. Please stop.
So, with that being said, this has been another episode of the Insanimators. We appreciate you all coming out. It was a pleasure having on Chroma 9 to hang out with us for, a couple hours. It's always great. More good times. I'll be in the server, Chroma 9's Discord server more. Go to that link tree thing that I posted. I hope someone posted that in the stream chat. Go check out his stuff. His Twitter's awesome. His Discord's awesome. Everything he does, from what I've seen, is pretty fun. Plus, he keeps me around, so that makes him even cooler. So we're going to be closing it up today. You guys are... thank you, Smeeb. I take that as a compliment. At least I can admit it. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Can I get a really nice goodbye from everyone here? Just big old man.
Stay insane, people!
Woo! Fuck you all. I love you.
Shut up. Go to sleep, Smeeb. What about you, Ark? Can we get a nice goodbye?
No, you. No, you. Don't tell me what to do.
Go to sleep.
Smeeb, go to bed.
Get bed.
Anyway,
And stay safe, stay healthy, especially with what's going on throughout the world this year.
yeah,
Yo.
Backstreet Boys tour is just it's been hard on all of us.
You know it, man.
Shut up, Mason.
Anyway, from all of us to all of you, have a wonderful rest of your week. We love you, and we'll see you next time with some more... What? And we'll see you next time with some more Insanimators content coming right your way. Animatics, more streams, everything in between. See you guys next time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Alright, I'll braid your